Welcome to another episode of the Social Proof Podcast. My name is Donni Wiggins, your most favorite business coach.
My name is David Shands. I'm here.
We're in these streets.
And we have an announcement to make from last week.
Yes, we do. Last week, we were hating so bad on all of the people who are receiving honorary PhDs and lifetime achievement awards. And we thought that it was so terrible because why y'all capping? Why are y'all doing this?
And then Donni went and got an honorary PhD. So let's give her a round of applause. Donni is honorary PhD.
I have never in my life received an honorary PhD.
We did get something though.
But we did get something.
If you follow our Social Proof Podcast, you know last week we were seeing all these people with these presidential lifetime achievement awards, and we're like, yo, it's so much cap in that because I know some of y'all. And there are not presidential worthy lifetime achievements just yet. Just yet. Not yet. But then the hate, maybe it's a little hate because we're like, well, how did you get it when I didn't get it? So that's the hater part.
But then there's some honesty.
Yeah,
because again, we know some of you guys.
Yeah. Which I know in your lifetime. Okay, let's put it this way. When you think of a presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and on the flyer, it is President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris.
Yep.
On the flyer. And I'm like, wow, they're giving out these awards? This is cap. Because all of y'all I know. And
what's
it's the same
play?
It's our same group of people. And I'm like, all right, now.
Y'all have some achievements for clarity, but
for sure.
Presidential
lifetime? Y'all, you made
some
a couple.
Of y'all aren't even old enough.
Yeah, you made a couple dollars.
You made a couple dollars.
And so did we, okay? And maybe the way that I'm thinking about it, and maybe it's, I don't know, imposter syndrome. Maybe the way I was thinking about it initially is we wouldn't even deserve a presidential lifetime achievement award.
Because to be honored by the president of these United States, you had to do something significant, right? Like rescue all the people off the Titanic.
Build mad wells in Africa.
Absolutely. We have to be out putting shoes on the feet of the kids in all underserved communities.
And what we found out is it was a phone call.
It was a phone call.
So
actually, it was a group text.
It was a group chat. And they were like, you want that joint? We're like, yeah.
We want it.
And then they sent this flyer.
Well, we said, hey, we understand that you have the plug for these Lifetime Achievement Awards. Yeah. And they said, oh, for sure. In fact, we think you've missed the deadline. And they went to check, and then they came back and said, oh, they're going to push it through for Dave and Donni because you guys have definitely earned it based on the criteria. So I had gone back to the criteria. And the criteria only indicated that you had to have 4,000 hours served to your community for free in some type of humanitarian or uplifting, something that has helped you to empower your community at scale. And so then David and I are like, in our sleep, we've done that.
Yeah, for sure.
In our sleep, we've done that. So we got our little flyers, and we are now Presidential Lifetime Award honorees. We haven't received it yet.
We got the flyer.
Are you going to the
not at all.
To the ceremony? I wanted to send the flyer to my family, but I won't be at the ceremony.
Oh, what is happening here?
I won't be at the ceremony.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Now, and I'm not going as far as to get one of the honorary PhDs. Not in the way that many of, if I'm being honest, y'all, they just paying for these honorary PhDs. And it's cute. I get it. It looks good on your bio because not everybody knows the play. We're a small community of a large world, right? And so I get it. But I want mine from Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard, listen, real quick. I have spent more than 10,000 hours training entrepreneurs, training business owners. I have spent more than 10,000 hours empowering and encouraging new businesses to get started. So has David. We literally have committed our life's purpose to helping people flourish in the field of business and entrepreneurship. So somebody at Harvard, if you watch the Social Proof podcast, holla at your girl, holla at your guy. Yeah. We need a Harvard backed honorary PhD, but we'll also take one from any accredited university, college or university, as we speak. It's not just Harvard.
Yeah, I was actually, as you were talking, so I actually went to college. I went to Alabama A&M for a couple years. I mean, I didn't do that well, but I think they may give me some sort of, if I reach out to the right person, maybe I'll get an honorary something.
I went to North Carolina A&T for a couple of years. Yeah. I too didn't do that well, but I did good enough to be honored. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to honor us if we attend Westlake High School? What's up? Westlake High School. What's good? I need my name on the magnet department building. I need my name. I need this year's FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America honorees to be honored in my name. What's up? Somebody make that happen.
Does Alabama A&M give out honorary? I could be a commencement speaker, right?
Oh,
honorary
Westlake
doctorate.
I would love to be your commencement speaker for year 2025. Now that I'm very serious about. I would love. So you guys, my mom is in the room. Shout out to my mom. Hey, Mom. All right. So I gave, and so I can say this, I was not the valedictorian of my high school, but I gave the commencement speech at my high school. It was a little situation, but you can't deny what your girl brings to the table. And that was class of 1996. Yes. All right. Shocker. Anywho, I would love to come back. And give my high school alma mater commencement speech 2025.
DeVry. What's up?
University of Phoenix. What's good?
What's up? We can do a virtual commencement speech.
We can do an online commencement speech.
I would take an honorary doctorate from DeVry.
University of Phoenix just had a rebrand, and University of Phoenix, hit us up. Who else gonna do it? If not us, then who? If not us, then who?
The ride is crazy.
Gwinnett Tech. What we doing?
I would accept those honorary doctorates from, All right, I thought you said you wanted to get it. Can we
ITT Tech? Romeo, we got a plug with Master P. We got a direct connect with Master P. Listen. We need Master P to put a word in with Lil Romeo, who's the spokesperson for ITT Tech. ICDC. Oh, ICDC? ICDC. Romeo, Master P, ICDC. Holla at us. I mean, and we won't even charge that much.
Oh, gosh.
All right, you guys.
You want to teach entrepreneurship now?
We're going to teach entrepreneurship today, y'all. First of all, wherever you are watching this episode, if you've been plugging in for the last 2 weeks, I just need you to let us know if you're feeling this series that we've been in of helping you get to your first million in the next 12 months. If you've been feeling the series on what we've been teaching, and let me just recap for you because you may not even remember.
Let's go.
Right? The first week we talked about how to set $1 million goals for 2025. The second week we talked about the entrepreneur's mindset for scaling to $1 million. And today we are talking about identifying the right revenue streams for rapid growth. And here's the thing. David nor I are advocates of overnight success, right? Nope. We understand that even though some things that we've done looks very, very quick, like they just popped up out of nowhere and had this success, David and I have both been in the industry and pursuing entrepreneurship for much of our adult lives. That said, there are some revenue models that will help you accomplish your income goals faster than others, okay? So we are saying rapid growth, meaning faster than others, not overnight growth, all right? We need you guys to understand that.
100%.
Let's get into it. So we have 10 rapid growth models that will help you reach your revenue goals. And these are the right streams that we should be focused on right now. David, you want to start?
Yeah, for sure. In the notes, we have product-based, service-based, and subscription models. Are we classifying that as one though?
So let's just start with what we see here.
Yeah, okay, go. Okay, one revenue stream for rapid growth. One, let's just start here. Have a product. Let's have something to sell. If we are going to make $1 million as an entrepreneur, we need to have something to sell, a product. How do we pick the product that we want to sell? Well, I think one of the ways that you can start picking a product that you want to sell is to sell something that you love, a product that you love. You might like beauty. Find a beauty product. You might like sports. Sell a sports-based product. Let's say you like fashion. Sell some fashion. Find a product, something that you can get in your hands that you'd be excited about, and more importantly, something that you would buy. Now, I'm not saying that if you like pets, but you don't have a pet, and you want to start selling dog food, you wouldn't buy dog food because you don't have a pet, but you would if you had one. Let's sell something where you would say, if I had a pet, this is the type of stuff that I would feed my pet for sure. Let's have a product. I am really, really bullish on a product, having something in your hand, a service. Nothing wrong with service-based businesses, but I think every entrepreneur needs something that they can sell, have in their hand, and even low ticket. We're reading this book, First 12 Months to $1 Million, right? Y'all reading it with us, right? It's a fire book. If y'all are not reading 12 Months to $1 Million, and you're an entrepreneur wanting to make $1 million, it's one of the most practical books I've ever experienced. But two, it really, really digs into how you can have a product and you can make your first $1 million.
I love that. And so just to kind of clarify on products can be digital and physical.
For sure.
Right?
Yep.
So when we're thinking about the product that we want to start, I want you to ask yourself, we're talking about rapid revenue model growth, right? Do you have the ability and the capacity in terms of task force, the capacity in terms of capital on hand for a physical product? Meaning, can you order 1,000 t-shirts? Can you order 3 runs of extra small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X in all of your apparel categories? If that's not feasible for you right now, and we're talking about a very aggressive goal of rapid growth, then maybe we need to consider a digital product instead. Yep. And so your digital products are going to be things like books and ebooks and courses and things of that nature that can help you put a business together for the least amount of capital investment possible, but generate rapid returns on your revenue. Okay?
Yep. Absolutely. So 1 is physical product, 2 is digital product, 3 subscription box. I like that. So we got to think. I forgot what book it was I was reading, and they were saying that you have 2 types of products that you could sell. You could sell products that you use, and you can sell products that you use up. A couch is a product that you use. A washing machine and dryer, it's something that you use, right? You buy some chairs, table, something that you use. Apparel, something that you use. But something that you use up is cologne. Or something that you use up is toothpaste. Or can we think of something that is consumable that we're using on a regular basis that you're going to have to re-up on? Diapers is something that you use up. Can you come up with some sort of cool diaper company that sends a certain amount every single month or every 2 weeks? A subscription-based business is fire because it keeps the money rolling.
So fire. And we take note from companies like Amazon, from companies like Walmart. Now when you go and you order products, like I order my water on Amazon, and it wasn't because I wanted a subscription necessarily. It was because I don't like going to the grocery store and carrying cases of water into my condo building like it's a huge big deal. We got to get it out of the car, walk through the parking deck, get on the elevator, wait for the elevator, walk all the way down the hall. So I'd rather have Amazon deliver that right to my door. Well, now when you go on and you order your water, which I've been doing for the last 5 years, it asks you if you want to order this one time, or if you'd like a slight discount, 10, maybe 15% for going on a subscription-based model. That way, your customers never have to think about it again. And if you're opting for the subscription-based model, ask yourself what's in it for the customer. What are the conveniences? I never run out of water. I never have to think about ordering water. I don't have to worry about carrying cases of water to my door. So if you are in the food industry, what's replenishable, what's replenishable, what's renewable? If you're in the fitness industry, what are people using that they need to get from you? Is it their protein powder, protein shakes, multivitamin supplements? Is it that you're putting them on a subscription for a renewable meal plan option? If you're in the beauty industry, what are your beauty customers going through very, very quickly, right? And you want it to be something that you can put on like a 30-day or a quarterly or bi-monthly subscription model, that you know that if I'm selling foundation, for example, I know that the average customer goes through a bottle of foundation every 30 days or every 60 days, and you have it to your customer like clockwork. The idea of a subscription is, let's keep our product coming to their house so they never have to go into the store and discover something new.
Now let me ask you, let's have some fun. Let's say there was a perfect box for Donni, okay? What would go in this subscription box? And it might be different companies, different products or whatever. What would be the ideal Donni Wiggins subscription box? What's in it?
The ideal subscription box for me would include body oil. I love a good body oil. It would include perfume. These are things that I use every day. So body oil, perfume, lip gloss, a book. Those are things that you'll never see me without. I have those things every single day. If you want to add just like some cute stuff to it, there may be, body wash. I love a good body wash. I'm thinking about my favorite subscriptions. I am a undergarment replacer. I don't do a whole lot of we don't have extended use ones. So re-up on like panties and bras and things like that. That would be so fun for me to have.
When do you decide to throw those out?
When do I decide? Like every 90 days or so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't, once the little lines start lining after the washing machine, they're out of here.
Even don't they have like expensive ones too?
I don't buy expensive panties and bras.
No?
For what?
Makes sense.
Why shop expensive when Target got the same thing and Amazon's even cheaper?
And based on your situation, maybe when it changes. No, I'm not being funny. I'm just saying, like, if you have somebody that you're it sounds crazy, but I'm not, y'all turned it into something funny. As a single person, let's say I was a single person, then
The special outfit.
you wouldn't need like the.
But
the
they don't have to be
sexies
expensive anymore. Like, unfortunately, Amazon has made it so, Amazon and Alibaba are the reason why it's difficult to really sell expensive stuff. True. And so like it's very different with undergarments than it is with some of your thicker apparel. Like lace is going to lace and do its thing, right? And after you wash it 10 times, they're pretty much going to look the same. So I can't justify that expense. Also,
I can't. I'm trying to think of how often I buy. How long you keep your drawers?
Until they start getting holes in them.
Could be years, right? How long y'all keep? Hey, somebody put it in the chat. How long you keep your drawers? You know what I mean?
Y'all can walk around with them, and then they don't fit the same. They start getting baggy. They start stretching around. Your bikini area.
I never even thought about it.
Because y'all raggedy.
I'm not.
Because you're raggedy. You don't care that your tight boxers are baggy now.
No, they don't get baggy.
Listen, me and Dre were just in the DMs talking about.
She said something to you? Did she say something about my drawers?
Me and Dre is one of my meme besties on Instagram. We share memes all day. And there was this meme with this woman who was teaching you how to deodorize your towels. Y'all ever washed y'all's towels and it got to the point where you take them out the washer and they still kind of smell a little rank, like a little musty, and you feel like I want to wash them again? Well, this lady went through this whole process of soaking them in the tub and boric acid and all these things for like 4 hours, and then she showed the disgustingness that came off of these towels after they had been washed. And Dre was like, not me in my house. I just replace these towels every couple of months. If Dre is replacing towels, she's replacing drawers.
She doesn't buy me draws. Somebody said, I have Victoria's Secrets for years because the color and fabric quality stays.
So does Target. Target's color, fabric, and quality.
But 90 days, that's not a little excessive?
Not to me.
You know, like when the 90 days come up,
I can just feel it. So
after a few washes, you're like, this is over.
Yeah, I can feel it when they start, like, when they don't lay. So, like,
keep my drawers for life.
No, women and maybe you can, and hear me out, ladies. Y'all may know this. So, you know, we have the thick band second skin thongs now, and it's like a thick V-cut band. Well, after you wash them so many times, that band doesn't lay flat anymore. It rolls up. So if you have on leggings and stuff, that's when you can start to see panty lines, because your panties don't lay flat anymore. They roll up if you use second skin. That's all I wear, that and cotton. And so, yes, start rolling up on me, baby. You're demoted to the trash.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. Just something to think about. Because now, here's what's interesting. I'm thinking about some draws that they probably should go.
That stitching coming up.
Once the little bands start coming out, you put them on, it's like it hits you. Yeah, you're right.
But we do have some favorites that we hang in there with, for a little longer. Let's stay focused. Okay. However, I don't even know. We were just on number 3.
Yeah, subscription.
Okay, number 4. This is one of our favorite business growth models.
I love it.
This is one of our favorite. It could be my top favorite. My number one choice for a fast and especially for rapid revenue growth is a membership community, right? Mm-hmm. A membership community where you are providing and offering a higher level access, different access, maybe total access in your private membership community. You're posting exclusive content. You are allowing a community of people who are there for the same idea or a similar idea to engage with each other, to connect and collaborate with each other, to meet each other. And you're fostering and creating this culture inside of that membership community. Mm-hmm. And you can do this through networking opportunities. You can create membership groups for that complement your business right now. So if you're a coach, you can put all of your clients inside of a community. If you are an apparel brand, you can put all of your customers inside of a community, and maybe you guys post a lot of user-generated content in there. You offer some styling tips and ideas inside of there. If you are into food and beverage, you can start a community for there. There's nothing, you couldn't give me a business that you couldn't start a community for.
Membership base is incredible, but there are some cons to it. This is how almost every membership community starts, especially if it's like coaching or something like that. You are going to launch, and you're going to be really, really excited, and people are going to come, but after a few months, people are going to go. Mm-hmm. And then you got to fight what's called attrition. Yep. People are leaving. Here's what's crazy. People are leaving even if you've changed their whole life.
Yes.
They are leaving your community because people want to go off and do other things, and they will find new groups to be a part of, and that's cool. But if you are thinking about starting a community, you have to be dedicated to building it, because it's going to build and then it's going to start to plateau, and then you got to figure out some sort of magic tricks to keep people engaged. And there's a couple of things you can do it. We've been building communities for a long time. A couple of things you really got to know is it can't be 100% based off of you and your efforts. You have to start to elevate other people and other voices and other names. Mm-hmm. So Nella, she came into the community, but now she's a moderator. There's benefit to that, because now the whole community knows this one person. Mm-hmm. It's brand building. Like, the more you encourage people to step up and to talk, and you have to encourage people to get together without you. If you get offended when your community starts gathering without you, you will lose it.
Yeah.
Because that shows that you're not truly interested in people connecting. There has to be a place where people start to really build a community within the community, and you have to be okay with that. Even if you get this group of people that become a community and they go off and kind of start their own community, you got to be happy for that. You got to be proud of that.
Yeah.
That they grew inside, but you can't have that lack mindset where it's like, oh, those are my people. You have to foster a community, but you gotta keep it exciting, keep it fresh.
Yeah, and just a few point or things to look out for when you're building a community. You touched on it just a little bit. Sometimes, no matter how exciting the community is, people will still leave, and they'll still leave at a rapid rate. And I want you to know that many times you're not doing anything wrong. I can't say most times, I'll say many, because sometimes you actually are doing something wrong, right? But the average member stays in a membership community for 90 days. 90 days. And I want you to think about your own experience with memberships. You probably every January join a gym. Probably join a gym. By January 22nd, you've already stopped going, but you still have hope that you're going to use that membership again. So you let February slide. By March, you're like, all right, enough is enough. Let's go ahead and cancel that membership. I haven't been. Girl, I'm not even using that membership. The average person will stay in your community for 90 days. Also, inside of your community, it can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. Yeah. You don't have to do a whole lot in a community to make it worth it. It just needs to add value. Your community members should understand what the common goal is. What are we working for today? Is this an accountability community? Is this a build your confidence community? Is this a temporary community where we're only staying for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and we have a common goal at the end of it? Make sure everybody understands what the vision is of the community and what they're purposed to do inside that community. And elevate leaders as quickly as possible. You mentioned it, like Nella has been elevated to a moderator of your community. That's even something that I can do better at, because elevating leaders inside of your community requires that you trust them significantly, right? But if you build your community around you, the moment you're sick, the moment you have a scheduling conflict, or the moment you're just off, right? You're just off. Today, every single Tuesday that I meet with Actionable CEO is not my best. I'm not feeling my best. I don't feel like it sometimes, but your community members don't care about that. They are here for the value that you promised, and you have to deliver. And so there's so much benefit in elevating other people. One of the reasons that I see that people don't do that is because they're afraid that their community members will fall in love with somebody else. Yeah. And the truth of the matter is, they will.
And that's necessary for the growth.
They will, and it is necessary for their growth, and it's necessary for the growth of the community. Yeah. Every single business model, every client that I've worked with over the last 2 years, having a membership, a community of some sort, has been an absolute requirement to our scale plan.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, y'all got to be committed. Because if you just off that high of, okay, we launched it, everybody's excited, you'll find yourself, if you're not constantly, and listen to me, y'all, if you are not constantly promoting this thing, at some point you start to get negative returns. Because now you're in there when it was, 40 people in there and you're having a good time. If you're not promoting, well, eventually you'll find yourself talking to 6 people. Mm-hmm. And you're like, this is not the best use of my time. Mm-hmm. But you have to be willing to push. And the more people that come, the more people you're bringing into the community, the more energy stays in the community, the more people are willing to stay, because I'm now meeting new people. It's not just the same old group. So you really got to be committed if you're going to build that model.
Be committed.
There's a lot of things you can do with $500. I mean, you can have a night out with your significant other. You could buy some really expensive shoes. Well, really nice shoes are about double $500. You could buy a course where you can learn something for $500. But I have something better for you to do with the $500. I want to meet with you every single morning for the rest of your life. Well, maybe not the rest of your life, but every morning, Monday through Friday, for the rest of the year. I have information and game that have allowed me to build a successful business, a successful community, and a successful life all the way around. But I want to share that with you. But the only way we can accomplish this is not me selling you a course, not me giving you a one-on-one consultation, because even with that, you'll get the information, but you'll need more. I want to meet with you every single morning. Now, would I meet with someone every morning for $500 for a year? And the answer is yes. Actually, we've been doing this thing since 2017. We have what's called the morning meetup. Every single month, we have a theme, whether it's social media, whether it's motivation, whether it's strategy, whatever it is, we have a theme for the month. And every morning in that month, we have a conversation around that topic. And I am giving a wealth of knowledge, not only myself, but a lot of friends, a lot of people that you see on this podcast. They join every single week. So you need a community of people that you can grow with, and you need a coach. I'm your coach. The Morning Meetup is your community. Go to themorningmeetup.com. It's $499, and I will meet you every single morning for an entire year. Give it a shot. I'm going to skip over the next one. I'll let you add the next one, and let me do the one after that, okay? A SaaS model, software as a service. I think this is, especially in the last few years or so, it's been huge. And I'll read it. Creating software solutions that solve specific problems for businesses or consumers, generating recurring monthly or annual revenue. If we were having this conversation 15 years ago, you'd have to be a developer or pay somebody to develop a software. There are so many softwares now that you can actually white label and build off of a pre-existing software. For instance, Go High Level is a software. Well, we just created the Social Proof CRM, where I've been trying to think through, what is my process of podcasting? Well, if someone reaches out, or let's say I reach out to somebody and I want them on my podcast. Well, the process is, all right, well, we're going to send them an email. Yo, we love to have you on the podcast. If they don't reply, there's a follow-up. Well, if they do reply and say, okay, let's set a date. Well, we need to set an appointment and then send them some reminders. Well, what we built with the Social Proof CRM, and we've been trying to get it launched for the last few weeks, but it should be launched before my birthday. But it does that process for you. So we have the templates, the emails already written, so that if you are a podcaster and you want to reach out to somebody, or you have 100 people that you want to reach out to, you somehow got their email, you could blast it out, and the software does what the software does. If they say, no, I'm cool, then they get a certain set of emails. If they say, okay, so I want to do it, they get another set, and then all the way to the point where they're sitting in your chair. But this is called software as a service, but we built it on the back of a software that's already a service. So I'm giving y'all the game on that, but now it's easier than ever to do that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what we call white labeling. White labeling, David and I are both building SaaS, software as a service. And just in layman's terms, that means that you're creating software that you want to offer to the marketplace as a service. That means you're getting paid for it, right? So like David has the podcast software that's built out. We do the same thing over with coaching and consulting software for managing your clients, for seeing one-on-one clients, for running group membership programs. But also we are, so one of the things that we're able to do when you're offering software as a service as well is not necessarily always sell the service, but you can sell parts of that service, right? And so that means that you might clone some of your funnels. So I'm working with 2 clients right now where we're building out their event funnels and we're building out their community funnels. Well, they already have their software, but they don't have the funnel. And I am able to just offer a portion of that by allowing them to clone the funnels that I already have in place into their software. And all we have to do is reprogram it with their company name and the details of their specific programs. So software as a service, 1000% recommend. And let me tell you what bothers me about this.
Absolutely.
Like you said, that this is something that's really become a thing in the last couple of years, when really it's been this way for decades. We are always so late to the party, right? We're so late to the party. I know that you and I just started working on our SaaS. I believe it was last year, maybe November-ish, maybe a year ago. Yeah. In fact, that we started working on our SaaS products. And when you think about platforms like Kajabi and Teachable and Acuity, programs like that, you think about what's what I'm looking for, the CRM platform starts with an A. I recommend it all the time. Active Campaign. When you're looking at platforms like this, they've been offering, like when you start to see these platforms are offering affiliates, we have to dig deeper and say, can I offer this as a service? If they're offering it as an affiliate, they understand the power of you being their customer, spreading the word about this platform and bringing them more customers. And we've been so eager to just accept affiliates. when really we can partner with them and white label their service, and we can earn 100%, 80%, 70% of the revenue, but we're always learning about this stuff so late. So one thing that I implore everyone who watches this to do is actually pay attention to how the businesses that you do business with are doing business. Pay attention to how they're doing business. Okay, they're offering me this software. They're offering me this service. Is this white labelable? Is this something that I can earn an affiliate from? I would say probably 90% of the software that most entrepreneurs are using and paying for, you should be earning money from.
100%.
Okay.
You got the next one.
Yep. Next one. Number 6 is coaching and consulting programs, low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket. I am an advocate of them all. If you have done something great, you've proven a framework, you've helped enough people get results, you have the right and could be starting your own coaching or consulting program. It doesn't matter if you are putting courses together behind a dashboard that people can access on their own independent use, or if you're doing high ticket one-on-one programs, or if you're doing high ticket group or mid ticket group programs. All a coaching or consulting program is you saying that I have a certain skill set. I come developed with a certain level of expertise, and I want to teach other people this expertise. Well, the hang up that I see many times with people not starting a coaching or consulting business is that you feel like you don't know enough. It's like, okay, I don't know a whole lot. I need to know everything before I launch this program. Well, guys, I am here to assure you that you don't have to take a customer or a client from A to Z. Sometimes you can take that person from A to C, and it's just as valuable. In order to be successful as a coach or a consultant, you just need to know a little bit more. One level, you need to be one step ahead of your target audience. As long as they don't know everything that you know, we're in business. On the flip side of that, the biggest mistake that I see people making in a coaching and consulting business model is you really don't know enough. You really don't know enough. You've taken somebody else's course. You've gone through somebody else's coaching program. You've learned a couple of things. You took some notes, and now you want to fast track and microwave track your success and take those notes that you stole from somebody else, and you want to put it in the program, and you wonder why it doesn't sell, or you wonder why it sells, but then people are dissatisfied, or you wonder why it sells and then people are requesting refunds and initiating chargebacks. It's because you truly and genuinely don't know enough. Before you start a coaching and consulting model, I want you to know the parts of what you know, whether it's A to Z or A to C or A to D. Know that part so well that you can teach it with your eyes closed. Know that part so well that if somebody handed you a mic right now, you can talk about it right now, and you don't need any preparation to do it. Okay? Well
said. Well said. Number 7 is affiliate marketing. And I've I made so much money from affiliate marketing by having, let's say you have a podcast and you're talking to somebody who has a product. If the people buy the product through your unique link, you can make money and not have to do the work. All you have to do is put their product in front of somebody. And Donni, this for you. We just found this out, and they're just now launching it, where Mighty Networks has an affiliate program, but it's through another software. Literally, they're just rolling it out. We were on a call with them 2 days ago. Where, let's say you have a dope community and we want to go as high as like 30, 35% recurring. So if it's, say for instance, the morning meetup or actionable CEO is $100 a month, and it's a phenomenal communities, right? We got.
This is the part where y'all start shouting.
Yeah. So think about this. So people are getting life change in this community. Y'all know it's a valuable place to be. Well, if we roll out 30, 35% of $100 a month and it's recurring, out of every $100, you make $35, and 10 of your friends come into the program, somewhere you're going to refer them anyway, you can make extra $350 a month. Even if you do that throughout the month or throughout the year, you got 100 people that you are responsible for coming to somewhere that they would have found out and they would have been a part of anyway, and you're now making $3,500 every single month. Now, if we are going to do this, I think it has to be very attractive, not like a 10% or a 15%, but how can we get as close to almost half. Now you got a lot of expenses, so you can't go like too crazy because you don't want negative returns. But affiliate marketing is huge because if someone builds something and you could just point your audience to that group of people, it's up.
Yeah.
It's all the way up.
Affiliate marketing is a powerful tool. I think affiliate marketing has even gotten me personally, in transparency, has gotten me through some down cycles in business. When revenue is low, you've done this work, you've referred enough people, you've built enough platforms where you don't even have, people are literally building 7-figure businesses 100% off of being an affiliate. Hear me clearly.
Talk to me.
Bring me right here. People are literally building 7-figure businesses by having the business of being an affiliate.
100%.
That means that you don't need to think through a business model. That means that you don't need to hire any team. That means that you don't need to be worried about frameworks and SOPs and all these things. You find 20 companies, 20 entrepreneurs, 20 businesses that you can be deeply connected with as an affiliate. And that means that you go on Instagram and say, y'all, actionable CEOs call last night was so lit. Morning meetup call this morning was so X, Y, and Z. And you're doing it to use my code, blah, 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 to check it out. Yep. Well, every time somebody enrolls, we pay you for that. Imagine having that relationship with 20 established businesses who operate at a high level. You may never have to do anything else for money. Your skill set is having the ability to have people try the things that you refer.
Hey, listen, and let me try to figure out how you can network market in that thing.
That's
oh
all,
my gosh.
That's all Mighty Network was missing.
Oh my gosh.
That's all Mighty Network was missing was the affiliate, because we were trying to build something out and go high level where we were going to manually force an affiliate. Yeah. But the process gets really, really, really messy on the back end. If Mighty Network allows tiered affiliates, let me tell y'all something.
Over with.
It's over
with. Remember those, like the companies, not remember because it's still around, but you recruit 3 and 3 recruit 3, then 3 recruit 3. If we can figure out a way to let that joint go 3 levels deep and people start making money, it keeps the retention one. So there are some people, let's say in network marketing, that would have quit. I would have just cut off this little payment. I'm cool. But you got some people under you that's doing some things under you. And you make money, you keep it. So it's a retention tool. And it's just dope. And if you're just getting started as an entrepreneur and you don't know how to build a company, and maybe you have just one skill set of sales, you have one skill set of people listen to me, you can make money. Amazon, it's some people killing it on Amazon affiliates. Everything you recommend to other people and they buy it, all the way up.
I make a little check off Amazon.
You get a little Amazon?
I get a little. I mean, I'm not killing it by far, but I definitely got some revenue coming in.
Can you see if I got some revenue coming in? No,
I got a little revenue coming in from Amazon for sure.
No, but check it out a little bit. I gave it to some people.
Now, you can't be a lazy affiliate and expect to generate significant income. Number 8.
Maybe. You never know, though. You never know.
Hey.
Let's say for instance, you have a podcast where you're talking about the thing you're talking about, and let's just say I put an ad for, these are the cameras we use, all that kind of stuff in every episode. I just put it in every episode, and I'm not like shouting from the rooftop.
Well, that's not lazy though. That's systems. No, it's not. It's not lazy. It's systems.
It's a lazy way of making money.
It's systems. It's called automation. And yeah, it feels like a lazy
automation
CEO.
Is for lazy people.
Automation is to allow you to be lazy.
100%.
For sure. All right, number 8. Event hosting and workshops. This is actually one of my favorite ways as well to generate revenue. Now, I don't host until now my own big events. Like, I just don't host my own big events. I like to stay in the space of workshops. I like to stay in the space of online events. If you host a webinar or a challenge or some type of conference online, that is an actual event, right? I like to stay in that lane. That's been my secret sauce. That's been my secret sauce for since 2011. David had me going back looking for an EPK on my old YouTube channel, and I came across all of my online workshops and webinars that I was doing back in like 2011, and that's the lane that I've been in, right? For me, those events are very low cost, high profit. So I can host a workshop with 30 people and make 6 figures from that workshop, right? And then it can be very impactful. And then we have workshops like Podcast Summit. There are workshops like Invest Festival, where people are operating on a very, very, very grand scale, 1,500 to 20,000 people sitting in one room. I was just at Sarah Jake's Woman Evolve conference. There were 40,000 people sitting in a baseball stadium. You can do an event as simple or as complex as you want, but you need to be making sure you're doing events. Events allow your customers to have a lasting experience with you. Events allow relatability. Events allow for connection. And those type of connections are what keep customers loyal. Those kind of connections and events are what turns fans into super fans. So let's make sure you are implementing some type of an event model. And if you're watching this, wherever you're watching it, I want you to decide what your event model will be. Is it going to be an online webinar that you just do for 2 hours in one day? Is it going to be a challenge model that you do over 3 days, 5 days, 7 days? Is it going to be a series of webinars that you do for 30 days? Will you do a seminar or a workshop, or will you do a large event where you're booking and event planning and all of the things?
100%. Number 9, drop shipping.
Hold on. Before we go into that, just really quickly, when it comes to launching an event, you can literally change the whole dynamic of your business in a day. Literally, right? Events are great for fast money right now. You're having low revenue. It's fourth quarter. You're nowhere near your revenue goal. I encourage you to do some type of an online challenge or an online webinar, online class where you're facilitating this live. You can go from not making any money in fourth quarter to adding another 20,000, 30,000, 100,000. We've seen $1 million online revenue model events. So definitely, because that's where we are right now.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, that reminds me. So we have a webinar that goes on Evergreen. Now, last month we didn't do well at all, but some months some joints hit, right? So we did a webinar. It's like a live presentation. It says 90 minutes, 2 hours. Well, you can make it evergreen to where you run ads to this live event that's happening where people come in to watch the information. Now, whether it's live or not shouldn't really matter because they're coming for the information. But some people are like, this isn't live. But I be catching them sometimes when I'm doing it live. I'm like, yes, this is live, Joe. Yes, Joe, I see a little funky little comment. I'm live right now. But, we ran this, we did a webinar, we did a bunch of them to where it was a good one. This is a really, really good one. It takes a while to get a really good one. But we ran it evergreen, man. We started running ads to this webinar that we did in the past, and the sales are coming every single time. And it was up. There are some people doing 6-figure monthly evergreen webinars, hosting live events where you get a bunch of people in one room, they get the message, and you close. It's really, really dope.
Really, really dope.
Next one, drop shipping. I really like this drop shipping model, and it's getting better and better, and it's more and more profitable. It used to be like you sell a $25 t-shirt, you get $4. But now they're a lot more efficient. One of my guys, he sends me his design, and actually I'm not gonna look for it, but he sent me this design. He's like, yo, you like this? He said, I'll put your name on it right now. I'm like, yeah, that joint's dope. How much? He's like, $55. I'm like, cool, it's a hoodie. He's like, all right, send it to you. It's $55. And then he told me that he just created it on his computer and he gets $15 or $16, something like that. I was like, that's dope. I can come up with some sort of product, whether it's coffee mugs or something like that, design it, start promoting it. I ain't got to get no inventory. I ain't got to buy no inventory. All I have to do is promote it, get people to buy it. You can customize it, all that kind of stuff. You make a certain amount of money. That is fire to me. So I think this is a good start for a lot of people. If you don't have, the skills or the resources, drop shipping is amazing because it's really, really low overhead.
Last one is going to be content monetization, which is the way of the world right now.
Yeah.
It is the way of the world, and it really brings everything together that we just recommended, because all of the things that we talked about, all of these rapid revenue growth models require leveraging content in some form or fashion, right? And we're talking about content. We're talking about every time you go live on social media. We are talking about posting on your favorite platforms. We're talking about podcasts. We're talking about repurposing content that you already have. We're talking about leveraging every single platform that you show up on for all of its features, not just your one that is your favorite feature. But beyond just that, beyond getting the check from Meta or beyond getting the check from YouTube or Google, wherever you're getting these checks from, you can get creative with your content. And remember, I said a few minutes ago to pay attention to what the big companies are doing, and let's figure out how we can do the same thing or be a part of what they have going on. Well, now when you see Reels on social media, they've inserted what in them? What have they inserted in these Reels? Ads. They've inserted ads through Reels. Okay, so if Meta is recognizing that as a strategy point for collecting revenue, what if I post my own content, maybe inside of my community that's on a subscription-based model, and I have for every 1 minute and 30-second piece of content that I post in my exclusive community, I am inserting David's ad for X, Y, and Z. He pays me for that because every single time my community members, which is going to have a higher engagement than just my social media, sees my video, they're going to see his ad, and he's going to get business as a result of that. So you can literally have people paying you to put their ad, somebody that you know, not just whatever random YouTube video that YouTube decides to put inside of your video. You can have that strategically placed for you. And we can take that ad revenue, and we've had even on the Social Proof podcast where we had recurring revenue coming from people who wanted to have their ads pop up every single month. If you are someone who's camera shy, you don't want to be in front of the camera, faceless content is going crazy right now. 100%. Faceless content. My mom even wants a faceless content page on YouTube that we're going to help her start soon. Or not on YouTube, on TikTok. She follows these TikTok accounts where there are these women and these men, and they've got their phone propped up on some apparatus, and they're showing you like, hey, look at what lotion I put on my face today, and here it is. And they're literally saying to buy this lotion, and they'll try the lotion on their hand right here. You're not showing your face at all. Look at that glow. To buy it, use my link in bio. Okay, moved on to the next product. And they are making sustainable income from content. If you don't like creating content, you know what my advice is?
Talk to me.
Grow up. Get over it. Grow up. Get over it. And we have to adapt with the times. Otherwise, we are going to, or you're going to, because I'm adapting, you're going to end up like the number of baby boomers who refuse to send emails, who refuse to use the internet, and who had to do every little thing manually. Those who decided to adapt with the times are thriving today. And the others, they're unfortunately losing their businesses to people who are in Gen Z and all these other generations who are coming in, who have adjusted to the new way that we do things through content, through sharing content, through leveraging content, and they're buying up everything. Content will change your life. But don't be one of those annoying people around your friends. They can't eat their food until you get your perfect picture, and you're not really you're not good at getting the picture, so it take you 10 minutes to get the picture. Like, responsibly create your content, but we got to monetize content.
100%. And I think Donni touched on a lot as we're wrapping up, where a lot of these work together. So if you're creating content, you're trying to monetize off the content. And she talked about, well, we're creating content based off a product that's going to give me an affiliate. Those work together. And if you do that often enough and people like the recommendations that you're giving, you could build a community where you could charge them on a monthly basis for a more in-depth situation. Or if you're building this audience, I recommend everybody that's creating content to have something to sell. We're not creating content just for content's sake, and we're hoping that it gets a lot of views, and we're hoping that we get an ad deal. You need to start from day one, if you decide to be a content creator, with something to sell. And the content that you create should be around the thing that you are going to sell. Have a product in your hand so that as your audience grows, you can make money, whether you have 100 views, 1,000 views, 100,000 views. Sadly, there's people with millions of views that don't make a dime, and they're frustrated because they don't have anything to offer their audience. So I think all of these work together.
They all work together, but let me tell you, choose the one that makes sense for you, 100%. Right? I am a business coach. It doesn't necessarily make sense for me to be an affiliate of a lawn care company. I live in a condo in a high-rise building, and I'm a business coach. Why? What am I doing, right? Why am I advocating for this thing? But that might make sense for your brand. Choose the right companies to partner with. Choose the great opportunities for you. Just like Milano Di Rouge. I am, I guess you could call it an affiliate, but she is my friend, and I wear her brand almost every day, right? And then we also actually help grow companies like our shoe plug. Hello.
I got shoes on.
Hello.
Shouts out to Celebrity.
First of all, why can't I see my shoes? Where am I supposed to be going? Okay, y'all see. First of all, y'all see. Do y'all see how hard these
crazy.
are?
What are you doing?
I gotta show my shoes.
What are you doing?
I'm so proud of
the whole
these
adjustment.
shoes.
Leg got tired, didn't it?
I am. It did. needs a little support. I am. First of all, let me just show y'all how hard these are. I hit Celebrity because I went to every shoe store that I could find to find these particular New Balance, and they were not in my size. I sent him a picture and said, I gotta have them. I have to have them, and I have to have them quickly. Not only did he track down a shoe that he does not typically carry because he likes selling J's, he found these shoes and he expedited them to me. So if you guys need a shoe plug, holidays are coming up. You don't want to be in the mall shopping. Let me see your shoes real quick. Just show your shoes real quick.
You couldn't find any lotion?
I
know you was looking for the shoe.
My feet are for sure moisturized. Don't do me. Let me see your shoes.
And you don't wear no socks.
I don't wear socks. You want to smell my shoe?
Okay, let me ask you this. How long do you keep your shoes?
Okay.
Because I know you throw your drawers out, but you're raw dogging them shoes too. Like,
Celebrity.
Raw dog them shoes for years.
SOLEBRITY 409.
And I got these before they came out. Most of the shoes he sent me, I got before they actually came out. So, shouts out to Celebrity.
Yeah, but that's the real thing because we're such great affiliates. Mm-hmm. We have so many shoes from Celebrity, and I have actually run out of closet space in both my closets, floor space, shelf space, everything. So now we got to figure out like some kind of a recycle program because I'm gonna get me some more kicks.
You don't do powder or nothing? Nah, just you'll need something in between.
You guys, we have something special coming up. Dave, you want to tell them what we got?
Yeah, we have something amazing coming up. First off, the amazing thing is our birthdays.
It's our birthday. Did y'all know that we are besties that share the same birthday month?
Yeah, December is a magical month.
Magical. I think they'd also be surprised to know that we've never had a birthday party.
Never.
I mean, I had birthday parties as a child, but we're talking about as an adult, we've never had a birthday party.
And we're starting to think to ourselves, we need to celebrate. Look, we've been really rocking for a year. For years. We're at the top of our game, and now let's celebrate. But neither Donni and I are about self. You know what I mean? It's not like I want to celebrate so people can say, "Hey, David, you're cool," or Donnie's like, "Yo, elevate." We're thinking, how can we celebrate in the best way possible that really gives us fulfillment? Mm-hmm. Happiness, excitement, love,
keep it going.
celebration,
lasting, because
impact, most importantly,
impact, purposeful.
Yeah,
because a birthday party, just a party, is really, really nice, well curated for that one night. Everybody's having a good time. They're coming dressed in their best. But then you go home and it's all over.
Yeah, it's over with.
It's over with.
We've been talking about this for a while. Like, we know that there are so many talented people in the world, and their $1 million year is a decision away. You really just need to make a decision that you're going to make it. You need to get the right information and be around the right group of people. But what's imperative before 2025 gets here is what happens at the end of 2024. So we decided that we are going to put on how should we describe it?
An experience.
Because it's not a conference.
It's an experience.
Not a workshop.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
We are putting on a high level experience different than how you've seen David and I show up together,
100%.
right? Usually we show up for entrepreneurs in a very creator space or in a very beginner space, right? Focused on just get started, just go out there, just make your first sale, just make that call. This is me revealing a lot of what I do in my high-level client workshops on a large scale. Mm-hmm. This is Dave stepping from behind the mic and saying, here's what I'm actually doing in real time as an entrepreneur who's working at a high level. We didn't want this to be just a party. We didn't want this to just be another conference. We certainly didn't want it to necessarily be a workshop.
Yeah.
We wanted this to be actionable. We wanted this to be something that will actually...
Intentional.
It's intentional. It's super intentional. We want to help you guys do what we've done.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is that we're no longer operating just at a six-figure level anymore. Yeah. And not only are we not operating just at a six-figure level, the people who we work with by leaps and bounds are no longer operating at a six-figure level. So why wouldn't we share these strategies on a mass level?
100%.
At scale.
2021, we made a decision. And we did, what's so cool is y'all got a chance to hear it on the podcast live. We was like, we're sick of being in six figures. In that very year that we decided, and we got the right information, we got the right game, we both went over the seven-figure mark. And we weren't necessarily ready to teach it then because it happened once. Mm-hmm. But when it happens once, and it happens twice, and it happens 3 times, and throughout these few years, we've helped multiple other people do the same thing. We said the best way to celebrate our birthday is to really lay out a very, very intentional day workshop focused on how to have $1 million 2025. This is the gift that keeps on giving, because we actually won't receive the gift until the end of 2025 when we get these testimonials. Mm-hmm. When you that were in the crowd says, I did it. All the things y'all talked about over the last few months of 2024, we got a chance to really intentionally build this thing out. We're going to talk about the trends in 2025. We're going to see what's happening in the industry. And we're going to give you everything you need to have $1 million year. But this isn't a conference where our goal is to sell tickets and make a bunch of money on the tickets. You are going to be able to come in person to this extravaganza for as low as $100. We was like, if we can get this expenses covered, mm-hmm. we'll be straight. Now, the night before, we are going to have a gala. We're inviting all of the people that have been on Social Proof Podcast, mm-hmm. on Full Transparency mm-hmm. Podcast, all of our high-level friends, they are coming, and we are inviting some of you all to actually celebrate our birthdays with us. December 12th, but December 13th, you need to mark your calendars.
Yeah.
It's going down.
And I want to add to that, like, you'll be able to experience this for $100, right? For as little as $100. And this is not a make money thing for us on tickets. We've literally picked the most expensive time of the year to have mm-hmm. an event in an event prime location of Atlanta, Georgia, at the very last minute.
Yeah.
We've been talking about teaching for a while, but we hadn't been planning a conference for a while. We literally came up with this idea like 3 weeks ago and said, you know what? We're going to do it. And we're going to do it for a large number of people. And we're going to be in the middle of downtown Atlanta during holiday season, paying probably triple the amount to reserve an event facility. But we really just want to bring this to you. This is going to be an event that is encompassed or that we're providing some experience-based strategy. Yeah. We are not bringing in a whole lot of speakers that are going to be talking to you about theory and what you could be doing. This is not the hype event. This is experience-based strategy. We are literally covering over and dissecting deep-level insights. And we are also having action-based workshops. For what we're teaching, there's going to be something to execute right away. Many of you, like as I'm visualizing what's going to be happening, when you're planning an event at this level, you can kind of see it playing out. And I see us on stage. I see us talking into an audience. We can see the room. We can see from front to back. But I see that there will be CEOs in there that are actually taking action in real time. But I also see some of you who are at a super high level already. You've got some team, you've got assistants, you've got people helping you in operations and tech. I see y'all delegating in real time. I see y'all saying, okay, I'm at this conference right now. We need to get set up on the 7-figure plan for 2025. I need you to do this, this, and this. That's what I am seeing for you in real time. This is not one of those conferences that you've ever been to before. This is not for you to just sit in, come in and absorb the information. If that's what you need, if you're looking for a lot of motivation going into the holiday season, sit this one out. Okay. This is for entrepreneurs who are serious about a 7-figure year, because the only thing that we have to do first is decide, and then we got to get active. And December 13th is the day that we are getting active in Atlanta, Georgia.
If you want the blueprint, comment blueprint in the chat. There is a blueprint and there's a formula to this. I'm telling you, and we've been able to do it year after year after year after year. And it's not, like Donni said, not a whole bunch of topics and subjects. There is a linear, we're almost somewhat of a curriculum on how you do this first, second, third, and we are going to really, really lay out the game. No gatekeeping. And this is the best way we can celebrate our birthday, with purpose. Now, we might go on a trip after this. We're going to need it.
Listen, we are going to need a trip. Because we have to actually plan. This is curriculum based. This isn't a whole bunch of random topics that somebody can use in their business. This is the blueprint. This is the blueprint. So we actually have to study for this. We actually have to review our journey and think about the pivotal moments that have happened for us and how to teach them and duplicate that information for you guys. So super excited. We actually probably, definitely, maybe we'll take a trip after this because it will be a lot. And we've got so many special things in store. Just be here. Go ahead and mark your calendars. If you're watching this live inside of our community, you don't have access to the link yet. But remember, we're pre-recording. So for those of you who are seeing this on YouTube, on any of the podcast platforms right now, the link to join us is in the description of wherever you are watching this video. It's in both me, David, and Social Proof Podcast bios. Go get your tickets. It is limited. This is going to be fun, impactful, and get ready for your 7-figure year. And let me say this, if you've not made 6 figures yet, yes, this event is for you, because guess what? On your way to 7 figures, you got to make 6.
There it is.
Let's go.
There it is. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. You just watched this whole episode. If you like this episode, watch this one right here. Click right here. You're going to like this one if you like the one you just watched. Check it out.